Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna speak about how to achieve radiance, diffusion, and also how to make your fragrance to last longer. So for those of you that are first time here, I must tell you that I initially started with reviewing the fragrances, and today you're in my laboratory where I start making my own perfumes, and I'm in the process of creating my own brand, which is a very hard process. Okay, so I want to make this video very not too long, short, and I'm gonna start right immediately with the topic today: how to achieve long-lasting perfumes with amazing radiance and sillage, like we call in French, which means the diffusion. First of all, so for the beginners, let me explain you how the olfactory pyramid works. So you know there is a top note, bottom note, middle note, heart note also, as you say. When you smell a fragrance, for example this one, when you smell it, immediately what you smell, you don't smell the top note like most of the people tell you. You smell the whole blend of notes, right? But because of the top notes, they have a high volatility, I don't know how you pronounce that. Usually the top notes, they are lighter and they are in the beginning of the smell. But overall, you don't buy a fragrance only for the top notes, or only for the heart notes, or only for the base notes. You buy the fragrance by the overall smell that you like, which is the blend of all the three notes. So my advice here for all the perfumers, apprentice perfumers, when you start making your perfume, you have to think about the heart. First, the heart. How you want your perfume to smell. For example, I want my perfume to smell like rose. But not only rose, I want it to be green, fresh, modern, a little bit metallic rose. So first of all, you select your ingredients that smell like rose. You prepare your heart, for example. You put rose essential oils, which is super expensive. I don't advise this, but unless you want to use it, you can, if you have it, use it. And then, after that, you start adding, like we call it, modifiers, which means you add a little bit of freshness to that rose. For example, you can add some citrus note, which is citrus, it's a top note, rose is a heart note. And then when you want this to last longer, you add a little bit of bottom note, you can add some wood, and all this mixture together makes your fragrance. What is the difficult part here? For example, all the citruses are top notes, which means they have expansion, but they don't last longer. And this is the difficult part here. If you want a citrus smell to last longer, but what do? How are you going to make it last longer? Well, let me tell you about these 7 ingredients here that are going to help you to achieve your fragrance. No, doesn't matter what kind of direction you want to go. If you put them, they're going to make it last longer and longer. So I took notes here. First of all, for those who are interested in natural perfumery, which means you like to use more natural essential oils, I'm gonna tell you 3 magical ingredients that's gonna boost your fragrance, gonna give you amazing radiance, amazing diffusion, and at the same time it's gonna make your fragrance to last much longer. First one is violet leaf essential oil. I'm gonna put a name here for you. It's essential oil from the violet leaves. It smells green. First it's greeny, then earthy, then floral, a little bit of powdery violet. So it smells more greenish and then goes to the violets. So this is essential oil that for me it's a magical ingredient because it's gonna boost your diffusion to the maximum. Most of you that you tried to make essential oils fragrances. I tried many times. The big problem is how to make it radiant, diffusive, and how to last forever. So this ingredient, violet leaf essential oil, is gonna give you amazing volume, amazing radiance. So when you put it immediately, it's gonna start smelling from far, and if you spray it, everybody around is gonna smell it. And if you put it on yourself and you walk on the street, believe me, people from 1, 2, 3 meters apart, they're gonna turn heads and they're gonna smell it. So yeah, this is the first ingredient, violet leaf essential oil. So be careful here, you have to use it, my recommendation is 10% dilution, because it's overpowering. If you put too much, it's gonna take over of other ingredients in your perfume, and everything's gonna smell like green violet leaf. So be moderated here, put it on, dilute it on 10%, and don't put too much. Doesn't matter, you don't need to put too much. You don't need to put 10 to 15 drops, 20 drops, which means like 10 drops is 20 drops, like it's almost equal to 1 gram of essential oil. So this is my first one. This violet leaf essential oils combines amazingly with patchouli essential oils. So make a test at home, put those two together, put more patchouli, less essential oil from violet leaf, and you're gonna see the amazing symbiosis combination. It creates completely new profile of the smell, and it smells really, really amazing. Second, very important ingredient for the natural perfumery, also for every kind of perfumery, but it's a natural ingredient. It's the Cistus Hara essential oil, or also known like labdanum. So be careful here, it's not the absolute of labdanum, it's the essential oil that has a different olfactory profile, smells different than the labdanum absolute, completely different. So this one is smells ambery, it's very sharp, it's very powerful, balsamic, woody, slightly metallic, which is the good part here, gives you a modern touch, and it's very, very diffusive. So again here, you can use it, not diluted, 100% strength, but be careful because it's overpowering ingredient. So don't put too much, because again you risk to overtake of all your fragrances after this. So yeah, Cistus Hara essential oil, or also known like labdanum essential oil, gives amazing radiance, amazing, gives you volume of your fragrance, gives you projection, sillage, it makes it also more modern, slightly metallic, it's very sharp, but doesn't matter with what you're gonna combine it. If you put just a little bit and you put your other ingredients, it's gonna give you amazing 3D volume of your fragrance, exactly what you want to achieve. Gives outstanding tenacity also, and expansion, also enhancement of your other ingredients. You're gonna see how magical this works. When you put it, you're gonna see how boost also the other ingredients inside of your blend. And the third essential oils, it's a bergamot essential oil. What I'm using is without bergaptans, because bergaptans can create some allergical situation. I use bergamot essential oils without bergaptan, you can find it easily. So for those of you that are concentrated on the natural perfumery, You know how you put different essential oils and they don't blend correctly between each other, you still smell this and that, so there is a gap between them. But when you put bergamot essential oil, that I call in perfume like a modifier and blender at the same time, it's gonna make everything smell like a real perfume and not like a aromatherapeutic oil. So bergamot essential oil has this quality to blend the other ingredients and to make it smell like perfume. It gives you this perfumery experience, expensive experience, instead of this simple essential oil aromatherapy experiences. This was the third one. Let's go now to the synthetic molecules. Many people of you are afraid about this word, synthetic molecules, but let me tell you, nothing to be afraid. This is nothing complicated. Most of the ingredients are safe. Me, in the beginning, I wanted to make everything like 100% natural, but then I discovered those amazing magical ingredients and I fall in love completely with those, because those are game changers. You don't need to lose a lot of those. You still, like my concept is like haute perfumery, which is like mostly natural ingredients with a little bit of synthetic molecules that they give you depth and longevity. So first, for this one, which is number 4, dihydromyrcenol. So I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this right. This is, sometimes people say dihydromyrcenol, sometimes they say dihydromyrcenol. I'm gonna write it here so you can find it easily. So dihydromyrcenol is a modifier, which means you don't need to lose a lot of this. Just few drops, maximum 1 gram of this, no, like 0.05 grams of this, and it's a game changer. We have a fresh, powerful fresh lime, like citrusy, grapefruity, slightly floral, slightly zesty smell, and gives you immediate boost. It's a natural booster of your fragrance. You're gonna see the immediate effect. It's a magical ingredient. It's gonna make it project from far. It's gonna make it noticeable. It's gonna make it radiant. It's gonna give expansion and volume of all your fragrance. This is one of my favorite magical molecules, the dihydromyrcenol, to use it. So then again, if you put too much, it's gonna overtake of all your other direction of the fragrance. But if you put a little bit, it's gonna give you this 3 volume effect. It's gonna make, especially if you're preparing zesty, fresh, woody fragrance, it blends fantastically. Also for everything that is floral, it gives you amazing modern floral note, freshness, and it creates this 3D volume effect of your fragrance. Number 5, for me, this is one amazingly beautiful and super magical ingredient. This is isobutylquinoline at 10%. This is super powerful ingredients. I have it here on the 40%, and once I put just a tiny drop on my hand, I took a shower and was smelling 3 days after I took a shower. Every day was still smelling of this. So be careful. My recommendation to use it at 5%, even 1%, maximum 10%, because it's super powerful. Just to tell you, it lasts 180 hours on the paper strip, on the blotter, which means this is 7 days and a half on a paper strip like this. So on the skin it can be a little bit different, but believe me, it lasts forever. So again, this one is to use with moderation. It gives you green, slightly rooty, slightly mossy. It has very sharp and zesty smell, It combines amazingly with everything that is citrusy, everything that is green and fresh. Also has a little bit of leather aspect on this, so amazingly blends with saffron, leather, accords, everything that you want, tobacco accords. It's really magical ingredient, as with your Kinore. Number 6 for me is hedion. So hedion is a synthetic molecule that was discovered in the 1950s and still exists today, and it's very used in the fragrancy, modern fragrancy today, perfumery. Almost every fragrance that you smell in the perfumery shops everywhere have a hedion. Hedion is a great booster of the projection. Gives you outstanding sillage, outstanding diffusion. So if you make your blend and you cannot smell it from far, you have to go like this. You want to make it like diffusive, you have to add hedion. So hedion, it's not restricted, and you can use it on the full strength. You can also dilute it. I'm using it on my full strength. It lasts 70 hours on the strip, so it means more than 3 days on the strip. So the good part here that it doesn't have super strong profile. It doesn't smell too much, so it blends perfectly with whatever you put in your blend, which means doesn't overtake of your fragrance, so it just blends fantastically and also boosts all the other ingredients. It smells, it's very delicate smell, so by itself it smells flowery, jasmine-like, with a little hint of citrus, but overall it's not overpowering. So this is the best part. This is what you need. You put it in all kind of blends, in wood, flower, citrus, zesty, spicy, every kind of fruity accord, and it gives you amazing diffusion. So main purpose of hedion is diffusion. Number 7 for me, the last one. This one, you're gonna love this one. This is a musk. So my recommendation, if you want to make your fragrances to last longer, you have to use some kind of musks. Or you can use also ethyl vanillin or vanilla essential oil. So this make it last longer and longer. You're gonna see when you start using it. So here, my recommendation for the musk that has a very moderate smelling profile, but when you put it inside, it enhances the other ingredients, and then it makes overall the entire blend to last forever, and gives you a sweet, slightly sweet floral, warm, powdery experience of your blend. Make it less sharper. It's give you a roundness of your blend, and has enormous tenacity and longevity, and also enhance all other ingredients to last longer. So this is ethylene brassylate, or also known as musk tea. My recommendation here is to use it at 10% dilution. It lasts over 200 hours on the paper strip, which is more than 8 days and a half on the paper strip. But it can last even for months, if you ask me, because I've had experiences, it even lasts forever. So yes, ethylene brassylate, which is microcyclic musk, it gives you amazing, outstanding tenacity, boost, and longevity of your fragrances. So if you want to make your fragrance to last forever, as a conclusion, you need to add some musks as a bottom notes. They don't smell immediately, they don't change the direction of your fragrance, but they change the longevity, overall longevity of your fragrances. And this is my last favor. This is my last recommendation for make all your fragrances to last longer and to smell from afar and to have amazing diffusion. Thank you so much for staying until the end. I hope this is be helpful for you, for all the apprentice perfumers that are starting now, or people who want to experiment, people who want to make candles, fragrance maker, doesn't matter. You need to know this because nobody's gonna tell you. This is a well-kept secret. Nobody wants to reveal this information. And if you go to the school, so with this, it's so difficult to find a perfumery school. They're very expensive, but this is gonna save you 1.5 years from the perfumery school if you know how to use all these magical ingredients. I'm gonna prepare more videos about other magical ingredients and how to make other blends. For those of you that are starting now to make blends, this is my Perfume formula, a notebook that I created myself, and it's available in Amazon, very easy to find, easy shipping, and look inside. It's the best way to put your fragrances here and to have a track, you know, and the best formulation tool that I'm using myself because I couldn't find anything else in the market. Before I was using this kind of notebooks, you see, that I write here on the left side ingredients, names, dilution, but it's not helpful at all. And I decided to make this notebook that is super helpful, specifically when you have to reformulate your formula. You start writing and then you see, oh, something's wrong. So you see, okay, something is wrong here, so I have to go. It smells, doesn't have a projection. Oh, yeah, because I don't have a lot of top notes. That it doesn't last all because I don't have musk, I don't have a bottom note. So when you have everything here, easily with dilution, percentage, drops, grams, percentage comments, it's much more easy to see and to make a nice formula and reformulate your formula later. So yeah, so this is Perfume formulas, and you can find it easily in Amazon. I'm going to put the link on the description. So yeah, if you think it's going to be helpful for you, you can find it easily. Thank you so much one more time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful. You can write me a comment if you have some other questions about blending and formulation and top notes and bottom notes and everything you wish to know. I'm gonna answer you. Kisses and see you soon. Ciao.